Whew, well, that was some work. It's actually really beautiful in the shade, nice and cool, but in the sun, it's hot. So what I didn't show was I came out earlier this morning and I harvested everything for bouquets this afternoon, and I used vinegar on all of the weeds on the path because there wasn't a breeze at that point. There is now. And it has already killed those weeds. So here's just an example here. These brown, dead and dying things, I treated with 30% vinegar this morning, and they are dead. Now, they're not dead for good. This only kills the top growth. It does not kill the roots. But I don't want to dig up through the mulch. So I got the top growth. I'll continue to get the top growth just to keep the pathway clear. And that'll be fine. I'm not too concerned about that. The other thing that you just saw me finishing up is flipping the bed that had Amimagus and stock in it. Pulled all that out, forked the bed. We'll also pulled up all the old irrigation. That irrigation has been there now for 3 bed cycles, and it's time to switch it out because it's got a lot of pinholes in it and stuff. And at some point, it's just better to switch it out than to keep patching all those holes with more parts. So switched all that out, forked the bed, and then put gypsum down, and then a layer of compost that has some other stuff in it. It's got bat guano, fish emulsion, granulated, just a little bit of chicken manure, and compost. And it's all, you know, it's all rotted down, fully rotted down. It doesn't smell like anything because it's bagged. So that is ready for planting. I do need to get some more landscape staples. I ran out halfway down, and I need one more bag of that soil. There's just like a 5-foot end, a space at the end that I need to finish. But I can put that right on top of the irrigation, just kind of, you know, spread it around. Basically, I only wanted to put like 1.5 inches, 2 inches at the most of new soil on top. And the soil was actually quite loose. It felt good when I was forking it. It wasn't hard. I think that was a deer fly flying around and I didn't want to get bit. So closed it up, and it's probably gonna come find me. Yep. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the car. Man, I hate deer flies. They hurt when they bite. I always imagine them as having giant jaws on small bodies. Okay, so where was I? Flipped the bed, and I would keep going today, but I'm actually getting a little bit dizzy standing up and down, and I don't feel hungry, but I think maybe I need to eat. And even though I've been drinking, I've drank about half a gallon of water so far today. I think maybe it's just time for me to get out of the sun. So I've also got a bucket of flowers in the car that need to get into the cool, even though they've been sitting in the shade. So that's going to be it for today. I am going to bring out sunflower seeds and start sowing that bed. I'm going to do it in sections because I want successions of sunflowers. So every week I'll do, another third. And we are harvesting sunflowers now, which is awesome. And we're finally, it looks like we're going to be in the upper 70s, low 80s now moving forward, which is great. That'll really help the plants. But things are finally putting on growth, which is a relief. So next time I'm out, maybe tomorrow, is going to be a really busy week since I've got a wedding at the end of the week. I'll direct sow those seeds, and I do need to fertilize. I need to give everybody a foliar feed, so hopefully I can do that tomorrow. Just depends on how much other stuff is coming up. So that's about it. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know there wasn't a lot of talking in this video. You know, like I said before, there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world, and I kind of just need some quiet. So I'm listening to some music or listening to a book. My new favorite thing to be listening to lately is Billy Strings. We are going to see him opening for Dead & Co. at the end of end of July, end of August. I can't remember. I think it's like the first 2 days in August. I'm not really a Grateful Dead fan so much, but you know, it's fine. It's cool. But I really want to see Billy Strings. And I'm also going to get to see later this year, I think in November, another guy who I love, Jesse Wells, who is very topical. Every one of his songs is about what's happening right now. So it's really, his stuff is really good. He's very talented. Yeah, so I'm just enjoying that. Also alternating back and forth between the soundtrack, well, not soundtrack, it's a playlist put together for Ohana Fest down in Southern California later this year in September. Mike and I are going down to that. It's a 3-day festival and there's lots of bands playing. So there's an official playlist. So I've been listening to a lot of that and enjoying that as well. So that's just what I'm doing instead of jabbering at you all. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden and I will see you guys soon. Bye.